Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, yes, I have an arrow and a small Native American painting in my living room. Check this out. We've got. This is who I invited. So we're trying to get this guy on here. That's what we're trying to do right now. So this guy, and then potentially Baldy Locks. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I sent you guys an email. Check your email, and then I don't know if you can do it from a phone. Possibly. I don't know. Okay. Hopefully my sound is coming through good. His stream ended. So what I can't see is I can't see comments unless I can. I'm not sure here. I'm not sure here at all.
Hey.
Hey. All right. What is going on?
Dude, you look like a real guy.
I am a real guy.
I'm using a prop. I'm so high tech. I'm using a dirty plate to keep my phone from dropping. Yeah, you look like a real guy.
So I have literally no idea what the stream looks like. It seems to be bouncing back and forth, but
I can see you. You're big, and I'm small in the corner.
Yeah,
but my spirit is big.
Apparently whenever we talk, it switches back and forth. That's what I'm seeing, at least. I don't know. And the other thing is I have no idea what the comments are, which is irritating because I want to know.
It says off air right now. Are we off air? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's not what mine says. Mine literally says live. Let me see here.
Probably because I'm not live on my YouTube or something. You can't see the chat? Can you see the chat?
Oh, here's the chat. There we go. Now I have chat.
I'm just going to hold the phone.
Now I have chat. So we'll see. I'm going to type something.
Hey, the preachers got together.
Yeah. I'm just saying if there's anybody else able to chat.
Never been called a preacher before. I noticed you involved Baldy. Did he say anything as I was goofing around there?
No, he said I think he was the one that said that he was going to be coming on over here. But this is supposed to be streaming right now. I have no.
But you can see the chat. Has anyone said anything in the chat? Ask them.
And according to my phone, it says 5 people are watching, according to what I see on my phone.
Are you on your computer?
And now I see, yeah, this is recording on my computer, but it says 6 people are watching us.
Why don't you type something into the chat on your phone? See what happens.
Give me a second. Is everybody chatting?
Huh?
I'm just wondering if anybody is chatting right now. If somehow.
Well, if you
Okay, now I've got the phone and it's playing the video live.
Okay, now I just Face Palmer just did a group.
Yeah. So I can see the chat. I'm gonna turn. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn my volume down on my phone, and I can see what they're chatting. But for some reason, this group chat through this Google Hangout thing is not functioning. So.
Yeah, and I'm totally out of the chat.
Yeah, because you have you're using your phone already.
Yeah, I have a computer. Let me try to use the computer. See what happens.
Yeah, if you
I'm not gonna switch to it. What I'm gonna do is
all you'd have to do is go to your email on your computer and click the link, I guess, right?
Seems risky.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I don't know.
So here's who we have. We have Preacher Bear, we have Face Palmer, we have Baldy Locks, we have Robert Pearson, we have Debbie Thinks, which says, who is this guy we're trying to get on here? She either knows who I am or knows who you are. I don't know. We've got Goose. Goose is an OG.
I think she's asking, who's Goose? I think she's asking about Baldy.
Yeah, Goose is a OG dude.
I'm not even an OG.
Well, let's see. And then we've got
I'm an NG.
Kodiak is in the chat, and we've got
I'm a Nate gangster.
6 people.
Hey, that's awesome. That's a new high score. you usually pull in those big crowds. 11.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great.
But I can see the chat on my phone. At least I can see the chat on my phone. So
try not to stare at my breasts as I type in.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm a solid F cup.
Kodiak says Goose is an OG, old Goose. So, hey, this is a first, and
I like Kodiak.
This is definitely kind of fun. We should definitely. I don't know what Baldy Locks is doing. Maybe. Oh,
I never trusted Baldy Locks anymore.
No, Baldy Locks is great. But we
the first thing I did when I met him was I insulted him, like profusely on live television, and he was like, "You're great." I was like, "Oh, we're friends for life now."
So Baldy Locks
like,
told everybody that Big Bear went live, and I'm like, I don't care that much. Is that bad?
Yeah, you seem a little burnt out on him. Seems to me.
Well, I want to do it honor. I want to discuss what's been going on with Owen in a godly manner, basically.
Well, I love Owen. I just don't worship him.
You know that I'm looking at your chest only, right? And that
I know it's all you. I know that's what you're interested in. You're a shameless man. I'm figuring out my thing. Give me a second.
Oh, with your PC?
Yeah, exactly. Because what I want to do is get the chat going on the PC so that I can participate in it. Because then I can see it easier. Because on the phone I get like 3 seconds until it's gone. That's why I'm not doing it on the phone. Oh, these people are going like crazy. There's Baldy Locks. Look at them. Hey,
everyone who's been around for a while gets burnt out on Owen. Yeah, I agree with you, Debbie. I appreciate you saying that.
Well, that's a huge delay. Okay.
There's a little bit of a delay in the stream when you're viewing it, which is interesting. Hey,
I see it popping back and forth now.
Hey, I could actually invite him. I don't know if he's interested in joining, but we could.
Who?
Journey of I'm gonna go ahead. So, Breath of Fresh Bear.
Look at that beautiful man.
I've invited you too, bro.
So how long's the delay? What are you looking at right now on your phone?
On my phone, it's probably.
Just want to get an idea.
It's like a 3-second delay, something like that.
Okay, yeah. So I hate that. I hate that so much when people are talking. Or sorry, I hate when you do something and the next 10 minutes is just a conversation about figuring out how to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, the entire beginning of this stream was like that, though, right?
I know, and I hated it the whole time. I hated it. I was seething with rage.
So let me do the Truman Show here. Oh, it's backwards, huh? That's straight up backwards. Does it look backwards?
No, I can read it. Big way.
Oh, weird. So like when I'm looking at it, it's backwards, but when it displays on the stream, it's right way. But that's
I'm not looking at it.
It's a decent beverage.
No, it looks fine.
Oh, we got another one.
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Oh my God, I didn't even know you were still alive. I thought you died in Chicago.
Right? The 15 minutes that I haven't been streaming tonight.
What have you been doing? Just driving, or what?
No, he was. I think he was doing the Bible study, right?
Were you streaming?
No, yet. I've got to set all my computer stuff up.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're home now. Has it been 3 hours since you streamed?
No, I'm in Chicago now.
Well, yeah, right. Sure, I meant like home base. See, you got there. God, so much time goes by when you're drinking. You know what I mean? It's kind of magic. Speaking of which,
as he lifts up his Pepsi.
Don't get too. I had a Red Bull driving here today, so I'm a little wired right now.
Oh, I could tell. I'm looking right at your face. Where's your hat?
I dished it for a second or five.
Go put on your hat. Your head's kind of got a weird shape to it.
Hey, we've got polygons. This is like the biggest stream ever, guys. This is
I can't read any
super mega stream.
Hey, what's up?
I'm so glad that I tricked you all into coming here so I could feed off of your fame to grow my 5 subscribers into 12.
No offense, Nate, but the subscriber level is pretty bad.
The what?
Your subscriber level is pretty awful.
I know, borderline atrocious.
Yeah.
Hey,
when did you all start? I started like a week ago.
I started in like October, November.
I'm so excited to have 6 people. I figured it'd be more.
I had 6.
Well, I mean, if we're going off of that,
you're still having trouble, Bob.
Dude, your connection's terrible. He's in a hotel though. He's in a hotel. He's supposed to be doing a Bible study that you're interrupting right now, by the way.
Was he streaming? I
think he's about to stream.
I hadn't started yet. I literally just walked in the hotel when I saw that you guys were live and it said this is a first, and I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Robert Pearson says so much product placement in the chat.
I'm always in Gator gear, so I'm selling Gator stuff constantly.
You want some product placement?
Oh,
that beautiful painting right there was done for $300, I think. By look at that. Soylent Green is pink.
What am I looking at?
That's a great advertisement. I'll eat Soylent Green.
Oh
yeah,
I
got my Misfit shirt on. Not to be confused with Misfits.
Yeah, is that like the rap? Are you talking about like Misfit Club, like Social Club, the rap group?
No, it's actually right underneath of it. It says Romans 12:2.
Oh, okay, got you. Because I like Social Club, the rap group.
I don't know anything about rap, so I'm gonna leave that to you.
It's all good, man. Hey, I was dead serious about Jackie Hill Perry.
Okay, so I bailed on your I was watching the replay and I bailed on it to go listen to her, and she is legit.
Dude.
Very good.
I know I was goofy in the stream, but I really, really love her music. I love how she speaks the truth. She does do political stuff, but it's not, I don't know. I really admire her.
Did you see her video that she did about battling lesbianism, being a lesbian?
Absolutely.
That was that was pretty good.
She's been speaking against that. She's been going to schools. She's been going to conferences for years. That's something that she's very passionate about.
Gosh, and, Nate is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
What's Nate doing?
He just plops down, puts his crotch in the screen. It's so professional.
I'm going to have to rewatch this because there's obviously a ton of screen switching because it's picking up on the audio.
It's pure comedy. It's pure comedy watching it switch because it's like somebody will be in it for like 2 seconds and then they're gone and then somebody's back and it's like Nate laughing right now. That's all I see on my screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch my phone up so I can cheat and look at my phone.
Yeah, I've got my phone so I can see the comments.
Well, what I said when everyone was staring at my crotch was, I said, no one even noticed I was gone.
That is correct.
So goddamn lonely.
So we are literally robbing 9 viewers from Owen Benjamin right now.
Do you think he misses them? No.
Oh,
I mean, he does. He's a great guy. I got no problem.
Preacher Bear misses me in the chat. I know that much. I guarantee he's over in the chat on Owens right now.
Cody,
One thing I never realized
video.
about Preacher Bear, that dude is like a hardcore survivalist. I'm like, what happened? What?
Dude's father
Yeah, that
Tuck.
dude's legit.
Dude's father
I love
Tuck
his
was-
videos with the compound bows in the background and all that.
He acts like he doesn't even know they're there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, Jesus.
Oh
By
no,
the way-
Preacher Bear is here with us.
Is he back? Oh, hey there. Oh, bet you're not. Sir, I don't bet I'm a Christian.
Like the whole this is a respectable house. There's no dancing here.
Exactly.
Hey, guys. Let's,
That's my response anytime somebody asks if I saw any movie.
I
It could be
gotta-
any movie at all. Like, oh no, I'm a Christian.
I got a good
That-
subject. I got a good
That
subject.
is such a perfect answer too.
I'm serious, guys. I don't know why you're all laughing and goofing around like a bunch of crazy kids. Listen, I've got a subject for us to talk about. Denomination.
Oh boy.
Yeah, motivated by
Denomination.
Scotch.
No,
It's going to be
serious.
great.
I'm listening.
Denomination. I think it'd be great.
What
Did you say denominations?
Yeah, everyone freaks out. They're like, well, I'm Presbyterian and Baptists go to hell or whatever. And it'd be great to talk about that.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah.
I'm not joking. Do I look like I'm joking?
No, I think he's being serious.
So let's
Meanwhile,
start.
I
What
think at least
denomination?
3 of us did streams within the last week about essentials versus non-essentials and
Yeah.
chill out.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that. I was just watching my own videos.
You need to make multiple accounts, subscribe to yourself, get them views up.
We've got Sing Along Bear. Sing Along Bear is here.
Oh,
Check
Amy.
your heart. Yes. Check your
Well,
heart's a good one.
Like Nate, everyone's probably wondering if I died because I said I was going to start streaming the Bible study like 10 minutes ago, and I'm definitely not doing that right now.
Nobody would have noticed.
Oh, that-
Hey, I usually have 17 people show up to Bible study, so I mean, I'm really pushing the numbers up there.
You made
And
me
most
think
of
I'd
them
be
are like-
attacked. Listen, you made me think I'd be attacked by a demon on camera.
What?
I was so
I missed
terrified.
something.
I tried to go to bed, and my light started flickering. You freaked me out.
I don't believe that for 2 seconds, Nate. I don't believe you tried to go to bed.
No, I did. No, I was laying in bed when you started screaming. I'm so exhausted from all these damn baby killing tax documents.
Guys, I just want to say I'm really glad we were able to do this. I know it was really impromptu and unplanned, but sometimes those are the best.
Yeah, I don't do much unplanned.
I
I'm
just
boring.
want to say how much I love you guys.
I have 4 children, a wife, and no time, so impromptu does not usually work well for me.
Yeah, it's got to
can do
be in the
anything whenever I
calendar.
want.
Nate was mocking me, 2 days ago, before he did the abomination of a stream
Well,
about
According
being
to
old
Owen,
and boring.
Nate is losing at life. You have no offspring, so
That's true. Very true.
I'm so fucking sad about that. Why do you gotta say that? I'm working on it.
get busy, man. Get married. What are you waiting for? An invitation or
Yeah.
something?
See.
People don't like the church, but the church is the best place to find a good woman.
Well, seriously, I moved to North Carolina because here's the thing: in Seattle, there's acres and acres of beautiful women, but and they all
Seattle?
love me. But that's where I used to live. I just moved to North Carolina, and but here's the thing: is women my age, 23 and younger, they don't want men. they want puppies, and they don't believe in marriage. So I kept running into that problem. And then I'd get these older women that were like 27, 28, old.
Older. Yeah. Real old. Yeah.
Well, seriously, though, you marry one of them, and it's like you only got a few years of childbearing in there. You know what I mean? Like hardcore childbearing. I'm going for 10 or 12. So I want a younger gal. And anyway, so I came to North Carolina already. I'm being, so some of my neighbors trying to introduce me to her granddaughter and everything. So I'm working on it. I am making moves. Listen, I'm an attractive
you gotta
man.
find a local homeschool group
Hey,
and
I've
look for
got
the oldest
secret.
child from the homeschool.
Listen, I've got the secret.
I'm homeschool right now. I'm homeschooling you guys.
I've got the secret to how to find the wife that you want to have. The secret is be the man that you believe your dream girl deserves to have.
Oh, I got that in the bag. I'm so good at that already.
Yeah.
How do I go back to auto? That's what I need to find out. Because
auto. You mean switching back and forth between screens? It's working right now.
Hey,
is it still doing that?
I think so.
Damn thing keeps.
No, I clicked.
There's a crazy delay though.
Amen. Hey, we were going to. Yeah, well, Annie, what he said was such a cliche. It was good. But it's like beginner level. I love Devin. I'm not trying to make him feel bad. I know that, Devin. Thank you.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, Mother Teresa. She was an ugly woman.
Yeah.
All right, we're back to switching.
So if I start talking, it'll switch to me now.
Yep.
Wow.
I remember reading that Mother Teresa said in front of the Clintons that abortion was the greatest evil of our generation. And I was like,
that I would have paid money to sit on the road to that.
Yeah, and I remember thinking to myself, like, why? And this was like not even, this would have been probably 2 years ago. So I've gone through a lot of changes.
That's right, Robert. Robert says they're cliches for a reason. That's the same thing about stereotypes. They exist for a reason. So I didn't mean to just say a cliche and be goofy. It was something that happened in my development as a man. I was really bitter about women, about relationships, about all that stuff. And once I stopped focusing on that and started focusing on developing my relationship with God and being the type of man that I knew a godly woman would deserve, is really about the same time that I ended up finding who ended up being my wife. And I think
but
God was definitely managing that situation.
I'm glad you said that because I love you. But here's the thing. I'm a high level person right now. I figured that out about 2-3 years ago, and that's why I've been changing so much and learning so much. And that's why I'm now moving to the country. That's why I only started getting into guns recently, because the woman I want to marry deserves to have a man who could shoot and kill somebody. You know what I mean?
A preacher bear says you need to grow a beard.
Hey man, this is 3 weeks. You see that?
That's great, Preacher Bear.
I'm going on 2 weeks right now, and I got more growth than that, buddy. I don't know. It's pretty.
This isn't.
I don't really know how to say anything to that because I don't want to mock you for not being able to grow facial hair, but at the same time, I so do.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Way too much soy.
I appreciate what you said, Sing Long Bear. It was good. Good stuff. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Okay.
You do that.
You keep doing you.
Oh, you be you, man.
We know what we're talking about. We're talking about the guy you just left.
Well, what else do you do in that situation, right? You gave us the perfect opportunity.
I have a lot of respect for him doing those streams every morning because there's no way I'm doing 45 minutes ad lib every morning. Not happening.
What an awesome guy. Let's say a bunch of nice things about him. And
right.
When he comes back, let's pretend like we were shit talking him the whole time. Can we,
That's all. The only nice thing I had to say.
We should talk about the nominations, though. I think Pearson wanted us to talk about it, and I know I wanted us to talk about it because I don't know.
What message did you retract, Robert?
Here is the real question: is why is
every time you try to say something, you're gone.
Dude, your signal is so bad.
The Jews are on to you.
Iowa Wi-Fi.
Oh, this is Chicago. Hang on, I'm not even on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. No.
Are you in like an air card or something?
And Baldy, I always talk over him for some reason. I read the chat.
Let's see. Did that get any better? Did that make things any better?
Face Palmer, where are you from?
So one of them's from Sweden.
Seems better. Oh, he listens to Gospel Bear first thing in the morning, and I'm like, I would have to start my day about 2 hours too late for that. So I'm just curious.
Yeah,
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Ooh, I was born in New Hampshire. First state to sign the Declaration of Independence. It was
talk about something important.
I'll talk about New Hampshire. First state to sign.
Thank you, Face Palmer.
Hey, we were shit talking you the whole time, Devin. Whole time you were gone.
Message deleted by Gospel Bear. What is that about, Cody Heck?
That's some high level smack talk right there.
He's hilarious. I don't really censor people.
If only he could have gotten that to post like with the darker font.
Hey, Devin, serious question though. Like, I was looking and I posted on your channel earlier. I had a blue thing pop up with a wrench. Like, what does that signify?
You're a wrench, dude. We
have power, my friend.
He didn't make me a wrench because he knows I would run amok with.
Nate would come with the band hammer.
God knows what would happen. You know, I don't even know.
You're banned. Yeah, you're banned for life. See you later.
Ban every subscriber.
You have to understand my philosophy. Are you guys?
If you don't subscribe to my channel, I'm not unlocking you.
That's good.
Listen, Nate, don't take it personal, Nate.
No, I love it. Are you guys? I'll take it personal when I fucking feel like it. Are you guys bored? Do you guys play board games? Are you fans of board games?
Dude, I love Risk.
Okay.
Oh, that's like the best game in the history of games.
I downloaded Risk on my phone right around Christmas time, and the hours I have spent on that game are actually embarrassing.
Dude, I brought a new year, like 2016 or 2015 or one of those years. I brought the year in with my wife and I and another couple. All our kids were playing. We rung the new year in by playing the board game Risk.
Wow.
Our game lasted probably a good 4.5 hours.
Preacher Bear, Risk is a war game where you move armies around the globe. That's right. I said a globe. And basically, it's a strategy game, but there is dice to determine who wins.
Guys, here's my philosophy.
I play Risk on a globe. It's really hard to hold the pieces on.
Yeah, no shit. Was it magnetic?
No, it's
gravity. It's gravity, guys. It's gravity.
We spin it, and it creates a centripetal force, which holds everything somehow. I don't know.
I just pretend like I don't hear.
Devin's about to lose it. He's about to. Here, I see the steam building up.
No, legit though. I don't know if you guys watched this morning stream where I turned the camera to look at the water.
Yeah, you almost crashed your car to show us the sunlight.
No,
beautiful.
I was safe. I was safe, guys.
I brought up board games for a reason, guys.
Yeah, we are already off that topic. We're on the globe.
Just go ahead. Say whatever the hell you want to say. I'm just here.
No, it's all good, Nate. I get it.
What was your board game topic?
No, the moment's gone.
What's your favorite board game, Nate?
So I wanted to tell you about myself. No, but seriously. So So I was playing Monopoly one time. This gives you an idea what kind of a guy I am. My goal with board games, this is what would happen if I was a moderator. My goal with board games is to just break them. And so I was playing Monopoly. And you know how you lose? You know how you got those
I don't know how
he's
to
gone.
lose.
He's just gone. Okay. You know how you get like 3 properties and there's one held by 3 different people, but it's the same color, so they're useless. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Devin looks confused. So what I was losing, and what I said is, John, what we do is I have an orange, you have an orange, Laura has an orange. You trade your orange to Laura, I trade my orange to Laura, and then we'll build houses. Each one of us will buy a house one at a time, and if any of us land on it, we'll just split. We'll split the profits basically. So if you land on it, you'll lose a little bit of money. Well, which by the way, it's called a joint stock company. Well, there's only 4 players, so that happened. And I was in last place, and I destroyed the person who didn't have an orange, completely wiped him out of the game, and I got second place. That's how I like to play board games.
That is the nerdiest Monopoly story ever.
I like it.
Do you know that
I'm not
in
hating
Monopoly?
on it. It was just very nerdy.
How many Monopoly stories have you told or heard?
Well, usually they end with, I flipped over the board, screamed some obscenities, and ran out the room.
No, that's
Did you know though that Monopoly, if you continue to play the game after the last person has won, the bank will eventually own everything?
I believe it. It was invented by a communist to prove that capitalism didn't work. You guys didn't know that?
It's the argument about capitalism and socialism and all that stuff. You want to know why there's no... Am I still live? Okay, it was like glitching. The reason that the answer isn't easy, and the reason that we keep on arguing about it, it's a one word and it's 3 letters. Does anybody play crosswords? One word and it's 3 letters, and this is the reason why we continue to argue about denominations. It's the reason we argue about political systems. It's the reason we argue about anything and everything. One word, 3 letters. What's the word?
Sin.
Lie.
Kid. Win.
Whoever said,
Sin.
I think it was the first person, I think it was Baldy Locks that said sin.
No,
I didn't said anything.
It was not Baldy. Baldy can't talk. I talk when he talks.
You're welcome.
True.
You're welcome.
So whoever said sin is absolutely the answer.
Because I have a high IQ.
Sin is the answer. That's why we can't agree on denominations. That's why we can't agree on political systems. It's not just that, though. It's why political systems will always fail. No matter what political system you choose, there's no such thing as a good one because of sin.
Right. Well, that's the reason why capitalism is the best financial system, because it is based on selfishness, and it's selfishness that results in charity, just because you have to reinvest your money to make more, therefore provides money for other people.
And I think that's why voluntary support and they shall know us by our love, and when the church is actually operating in a loving way and is generous and all those sorts of things, I think that's when capitalism can work. But the problem is not all churches operate that way.
I was going to say you're wrong, but you pulled it through at the end there, Devin. That was good. No, you really did. I mean, seriously, because whenever someone says the problem with the world is that there's not enough love, I'm always like, what does love mean to you? And I think I said this on both of your guys' stream today, where I just said, what is love? And I know you guys know.
Yeah.
But almost everybody you're talking to does not know what love is. And it's a very complicated word. The way I define it, is I know you watch all my videos studiously, but I'll repeat it. Love is seeking the highest good for someone at the detriment of yourself. That's what I think love is. And I think, well, I'll just leave it at that. And what do you guys think it is? Give me a definition.
I'm going to withhold. I'm going to withhold my definition for 10 minutes because I'm starting my Bible study stream in 10 minutes, and I will show you what the Bible's definition of love is.
Are you leaving?
Oh, snap. What a teaser.
Are you leaving?
I will be in exactly 9 minutes because that's when I have my live stream set up for.
There you go.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. Listen,
Not at all. It's a pre-scheduled event.
just do your live stream right here, buddy. Just do it right here. We'll all be quiet. I promise.
Yeah.
Why do I have trouble
that?
believing that?
Yeah, what are the odds of that?
No,
Uh,
unless you say any questions or statements, or if anyone wants to lash out emotionally, I will be quiet.
Sing Along Bear, I did watch that video. It's a good video. She asked if any of us saw Matt Walsh's video about why Jesus was not a socialist.
I like Matt Walsh pretty good.
Yeah.
I get sick of listening to explanations to things I already know. You know what I mean?
But
it's great.
Sometimes there's a little kernel in there that you don't already know, even if the idea you already know.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a whole cob that I don't already know. You know,
Yeah.
I get bored. But that's just me.
I only get tired of his insane love for the papacy, but
I don't even know who Matt Walsh is. Sounds like a Welshman.
he's on the Daily Wire.
There's so many times that I watch Owen stream and I'm like, he starts talking about something and I'm like, no, you're dead wrong. No, you're dead wrong.
Yeah.
No, you're dead wrong. I'm like, because he's like talking about he's the Pope or whatever. And he's like, the Pope is Satan and all this other stuff. And he's got that stupid, penis hat or whatever. And I'm like, no, it actually is, it has more relevance than that. Like his hat, the Pope's hat, it signifies the fish god Dagon. Like that's why it's shaped the way it is.
Well, you went a different direction with that. I thought you were going to explain to us like the positive side of
No, there's no positive.
No, yeah.
If you think anything about the Pope is positive, then you are barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there were some positive popes, but I don't know. I figured.
Yeah, they probably ended about the 3rd century. Third century. I mean, the entire office of the papacy is basically to assume the position of Christ in the Catholic Church.
Yep.
I mean, that's the entire reality of the papacy. I'm not going to pull my punches. It's just true.
Yeah, from the priests on up, they're pretending to be intercessors, and they're not intercessors. There's one.
I think. Have you guys ever read Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire?
I started it, but I didn't get very far in it.
You got to get to at least Constantine.
Constantine was the freaking devil.
I don't know. I mean, he was weird, but it seemed to me. I kind of feel this way about King Henry, the dude everyone makes fun of for starting a church so he could get divorced. I think some of these guys who were very powerful, I think they no, I could be wrong. I mean, how are we supposed to? I can't even figure out someone's heart today, let alone someone's heart 2,000 years ago. But I think some of these guys like Constantine were real spiritual, but they were men of power. So like Constantine, the church started to form. He said, I'm going to be a Christian or whatever. His father seemed like an even better man, and Constantius. And he decided, well, we got to get this thing figured out. We got to get strict. Well, next thing you know, everyone's fighting and killing each other. And the guy who was under him, a lot of times it's like the advisor that actually knows what's going on. He was the one who said, everything is true about Christianity and what we believe, except the thing where they say Christ is God. He's not quite God. And they got power.
Okay, but is that like the extent of your research on Constantine?
Yeah, basically decline and fall. But that is
that's my relative, by the way. Constantine the Great is literally my ancestor. Like I'm related to that dude.
Oh,
well, you look like
that's cool.
I see the resemblance.
So one of the things about Constantine, right? And it's not necessarily a point against him, in the saying that he might have thought that what he was doing was right. Okay, but the Christian church at the time was spreading so fast that they were worried about revolution, right? That it was going to take over everything. Like they had no way to stop it. And the more they persecuted it, the more it spread because it didn't have a leader.
Do you think Constantine was worried about that? Who's they? Who is they?
The political power at the time.
Okay.
So because we all know that a president is a figurehead, all right? So he has the ultimate say so, but he has advisors, right? So that's why I'm saying I won't make the statement that Constantine himself was doing the wrong thing because it's not provable one way or another right now.
Well,
but what he did was say is, okay, so if you can't beat them, join them, right? So we're going to go ahead and make this the law of the land. We're going to say that Christianity is now the state religion, right? Well, what happens when you do that is that Christianity becomes the state religion, and it would have been great if he would have just adopted the early Christian church model, but he didn't do that. What he did is he said, we're going to make Christianity legal. We're going to say that it's the state religion, but now we're going to do it my way.
I mean, I agree with everything you say. The only thing that's a little off about that is as fast as Christianity was spreading, it was still the smallest religion. Like this is just talking about Constantine's heart, right? I don't think he would have said, if we can't beat them, join them. Because at that point, they definitely could have beaten them. I think. They couldn't have. Like, Christ wouldn't have allowed them to wipe them out. But everything you said is true. It's just the idea that Christianity had taken over most of Europe at that point. That's the only thing I take issue with. But everything else you said, which is way more important, totally spot on. And it's usually with an empire that big, obviously the administrative class, all the fucking eunuchs, they're the ones making the decision. All the trains.
Oh, man.
Goddamn cockless, sackless goats. That's what they are.
Well, listen, guys, I got to jump off here because I got to start doing things over on this side. So It's been a pleasure, and I will see you on the other side, hopefully.
Man.
All right. Have a good one.
Yep.
I love you.
If I can figure out how to get out of here anyways.
There he goes. So let's talk shit about him now. Do you guys want to stick around, or should we all get on his thing and show support? I'm looking pretty bedraggled at this point.
I enjoyed this. I'm glad we were able to get together on this.
We're giving up.
I don't understand. Kodiak was talking about how this is going to be ended this year or something like that.
What, the Hangouts?
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some type of alternative. I don't know, because I think this is really cool. To me, it is.
I had fun.
No, I like it. We didn't pay enough attention to the chat, though.
I've been reading it. I even
I see you typing in it. I'm not talented enough to type in there and stay on here.
Every time I look at the chat, y'all see my V-neck.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you have as much hair on your chest as you do on your chin.
I said that in a Bible study. I was like, I'm from Sweden. I'm not from Sweden, but I'm Swedish. Our women are hairy and our men are not. And I'm pretty sure it's true.
No, it's all good, man. I'm not going to judge you for that. It's all good.
You got to invest in some coffee, man.
Coffee? I just
Oh, yeah.
Was that put air on your chest?
Oh, yeah. Black coffee every morning.
No, I drink
like
coffee.
A man.
I like
keep your flavored creamers.
Baldy.
No, straight cream, not flavored. I don't do all that.
See this thing? It's a 357 Magnum.
I like the hammerless 357.
No, it's got a hammer. Look, it's got a recessed hammer. Beautiful.
Right, but it's recessed, so it's not going to snag if you're using it for personal protection. No, it's good.
You still have the option. I carry it in a pocket holster because my pants were too tight. And
tight pants. There's another issue.
This is work. Listen.
Hey, there's this really cool commercial that I saw. I'm not a gun owner, but I still thought it was really cool. It's like this thing that like goes in your pants, and it's like this quick draw.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
with the shotgun?
No.
No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the holster that slides down the pant leg.
And it looks really cool. I was like, dang, if I was a carrier, I mean, they sold me, but I'm not a carrier. So, but yeah, I was talking to Nate earlier on his channel about I want to get a shotgun at some point, but I've never had a gun. I've never even shot a gun.
It's what Joe Biden recommends.
Okay.
That's what Dick Cheney recommends too. In case
need
a quick hunting accident.
Like
I would recommend
getting shot in the face.
Yeah, no kidding. I told him, Baldy, tell me what you think. Are you a big gun guy? I
like guns. I don't have a lot of them,
That's
but
the thing.
I like guns.
I've only got 3, and they're all handguns. I think we lost the biggest gun guy just now. He's off teaching about this thing called the Bible.
Yeah. I was in a paramilitary organization for about 11 years, and so we shot AR-15s and 38s and shotguns, and so fired a ton. Grew up on a farm shooting a lot, but now I'm not really in a good spot to shoot because I'm kind of in the middle of a town.
I got to talk to Debbie. Debbie, you don't understand. Me and Devin over here. You know what's so sad?
No,
Debbie,
I've never.
Debbie
I've never
is judging you for your facial hair, lack thereof.
Is she?
Debbie, no, I don't know that. I'm just saying that's how bad it's gotten. Is the women folk are now judging you?
Carpets match the drape, smoother ride. And,
goodness.
Yeah, well, you keep bringing it up, you son of a bitch. I had to stop you somehow. But Debbie, you don't understand. Me and Devin over here, we both grew up. I think we grew up in kind of like suburbia. I don't know about Devin, but it sounded like it.
East Cobb, near in the city of Marietta, which is next to Atlanta. That's where I grew up. So yeah,
that's a little surprising that you never had a gun. But like I grew up in just suburbia, Merrimack, New Hampshire, Syracuse, New York. You'd expect to have a gun, but I was a kid, and Everett, Washington. So like, in Clackamas, Oregon. So, like, I saw a gun in a cop car one time, a shotgun, and I freaked out and, like, was like, I should call the cops on the cop. So, I moved out to the country here, and everyone's got guns, and we were just shooting guns off the front porch. I was shooting guns off the front porch of my neighbor at the road, and I was like, no one's going to arrest us. You know what I mean? So, that's the thing. It's really easy not to own a gun when you grow up that way. But here, like I put cat food out today to try to get one of these barn cats to like me. And my neighbor's like, hey, do you have your 22 in case a possum comes? And I was like, I don't even own a 22. Crazy. So that's all I have to say about that. You want to talk about my facial hair again? Baldy?
I'm good. Yeah, AR-15s are awesome. Who just said that? Robert? Yeah.
Yeah.
AR-15s are good. They have almost no recoil.
Really?
Really easy to aim.
They're trying to make them illegal.
They're really good. They're really easy to clean too. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on there. So,
what do you guys think of the 3D printer? Because it seems to me like you can get a 3D printer that will print an AR-15 for like $300 more, and you unregistered. Than an AR-15. It's like $1,500 or something. I
don't know about the longevity of something like that, but
that's what
the idea of that freedom is definitely.
Well, you just print another one. That's the thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but what they're saying, this could be wrong, but what I had heard was the cost of the printer of that quality and the materials that it would take to print it, you would end up like $500,000 or something like that to print a gun. And obviously the cost would go down as you print more.
No,
because
that's a lie. Someone lied to you to try to get you not to buy
it. It was a YouTube video. It couldn't have been a lie.
I thought it was more in the neighborhood of like a couple $1,000.
A couple thousand? I'm going to have to look. I'm going to look it up.
10 minutes ago, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I believe you in what you're saying that a YouTube video claimed $500,000. I get it. But I'm just saying, I think that you could probably accomplish the same thing for a couple thousand. But
A functional firearm?
yeah, it's questionable because what are you using as far as bullets, right? And then I feel like the mere firing of a
All right.
bullet with
According to
plastic-
USA Today, so it's definitely true. It says that the printer needed to make guns can cost from 5,000 to 600,000. Oh,
Listen,
they're
listen, that's bullshit.
citing Vice News in
Hey,
USA
hey,
Today.
Hey, I got something more important than guns. Hey, Recycled Bear, you're from Sweden. Are the women hairy and the men not?
Gospel Bear
No,
gets it.
I seriously, I saw him earlier today. I've been desperate to ask him because I need to know. I've been telling people this for years to make myself feel better.
Debbie, are we boring you with the gun talk?
No, I think she's on board.
She literally typed a gun is a gun is a gun.
She's saying that if you print a gun, as long as you're not an idiot, it will be the same quality as a gun you buy. I think that's what she means. But
that does not seem logical to me. But
I was about to say that doesn't make any sense.
no.
Well, are you guys big gun guys? No. Well, I mean, Baldy is technically a big gun guy.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I definitely got you by 100 pounds, dude. We're good.
I hold a lot of weight in here that's hidden. I told you those pants are tight.
I want to stay 150 for the rest of my life. That's my goal.
How have we hardly ever talked about God this whole stream? Huh? Just saying.
What?
I mean, we're all preachers, kind of.
You wanted to talk about denominations, so we still wouldn't have been talking about God.
Sure. You talk about how they see God or whatever. You probably would have come up. Listen, I was trying to point us in that direction without ruining the fun. So, if you go by Swedish standards, though, you're correct. Their armpit hair is also rainbow colored. I think he's
what in the world?
No,
rainbow colored.
He says most men are Arab here. Yeah, he's just trying to make a joke. Here I am asking a serious question,
trying to get answers. Hard hitting journalism.
At least a decade, I've been losing my mind over this, and he's sitting there making jokes. God, just what you'd expect from a Swede. Hey, Baldy.
Yeah.
I want to hear you talk because I keep talking over you.
You're good, man.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Are you ready to start talking?
Wow, that's how it works, huh?
Nice.
Sorry.
Recycled Bear lying. What are we lying about, Recycled Bear?
Probably guns.
I don't
Neither
know.
Neither of us know a lot about guns. I mean,
oh, he's dead serious when he says their armpit hair is also rainbow colored.
Oh wow.
I do believe him. I mean,
Is okay, men or women?
We're talking
about the women's armpit hair is rainbow colored.
Well, dude, they do these things to prove that they're an individual.
It's true.
If
everybody does it, that's how individualistic you are.
Yeah, right. Jesus. If you believe in Jesus, you are an individual. That's the thing. They don't believe in Jesus, and so they got to prove it with rainbow armpit hair. So.
People talk about appropriation all the time, and as if it's a bad thing, but everybody is appropriating something.
Of course, yeah. Nobody's original.
Ecclesiastes.
I get so frustrated with the whole creation thing with Owen because I do think that, our word create, like, yes, when you create things, it's healthy for you. It works your brain and you definitely feel accomplishment, but we're not creating, we're rearranging things that have already been created.
Yes, I agree. We manipulate. We're builders. We're not creators. I absolutely agree. I've talked about that a couple of times on my stream. And it's what I teach my kids. And, God is the creator and we are merely manipulators. And it's part of what makes it a massive distinction between him and us. So, yeah, absolutely. That's part of why I made you a wrench, by the way.
Gotcha. Nice.
is because you know, I watched a couple of your videos and I was like, yeah, this guy, he gets it. So
I get it. Okay, so here's a good non-essential topic that came up at a came up in a Bible study the other day. So creation, the idea that God created everything out of nothing, right? So
Yeah.
when we read the Genesis story, that would be what most people believe, is that everything was created out of nothing.
but the substance, the material
Right.
of God's creation was his voice,
His
Right.
breath,
his words.
his breath,
Right.
and his thoughts. Which
So
are-
I have a thought with that too. 'Cause if you think about it from like a scientific standpoint, where all the energy that is in creation was not out of nothing, but out of his energy. Like God put his
However,
own energy into creation.
I need to add a point to that
Okay.
because Eastern mysticism and
Yeah.
it's not Buddhism, it's maybe Taoism, but one of the polytheistic and what's the word I'm looking for? Where everything is God.
Yeah, that God's in everything.
Yeah,
It's a new
one
age.
of the
you got to be careful
beliefs
with
is that because that creation is part of God. Now that
Right.
is not true.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
Because here's the thing, here I am as a fully, more or less self-sufficient human being. I could spit in my hand, or I could spit in this cup, and that spit is no longer me, right? It's not me. So that's more or less how it works with God creating the earth. It came from him, but it's not him.
Yes.
Right. But that's the whole point.
That's
Is
not
that
a bad metaphor.
the energy?
Is that helpful?
The energy that was used to create everything, he didn't create that energy. That energy was from him. That's my thought. Now I can't prove that at all. It's just a thought I had about
It's
it.
from
Well,
him.
it's very
because
logical.
it's a result of what he did, but it's not him.
Right. Yep.
Even the substance came from him. He put his breath into us, but we are not God.
It's,
just-
yeah.
We have,
Right.
we have
However,
a part of him that is no longer him, but it is. his
We need to
substance.
remember that there are a lot of conundrums in Scripture because there actually is a verse my wife was just reminding me of in, I believe, the Psalms or somewhere in the Old Testament where it specifically says that we are like little gods. And that verse can be taken way, way out of context.
Gods in the Christian.
Right.
Well, the word they use is I believe Elohim, which just means like authorities. There's a part in the Psalms where they say the gods are arranged, and they're talking about government authorities. So, because the Hebrew word for gods is fascinating, because it's actually very similar to English, because you can say that man is a god, and obviously
I'll have to look up the verse, the reference. I think I shared this.
Look that up in Psalms, because that psalm, like the way that's worded, is fascinating. And I was going off of a study Bible, so I was going off of his interpretation. But there's no way to read it because he says the gods are arranged, and obviously they call idols gods in the Bible, so
Right.
different words. But it's the word Elohim, which is a more generic word, like a category.
Well, if you think of man, what makes us God-like is the ability to reason. Like that's the whole thing, is we have the ability to reason. And I would say that that's because we have the breath of God, right? We're the only being that God literally breathed the breath of life into us.
You have to be careful with that though, because it's not just the reason. Because an ape has the ability to reason, more or less. The love is in there, like it's a combo of things.
I'll be right back.
And love is not reasonable.
All right, what we got going on in the chat here?
I love you, Baldy. Don't take it personally.
Oh, I don't get mad. It takes a lot.
I call you something besides Baldy. I don't want to insult you every time I say your name.
I'm bald. You don't make me mad. I started growing my hair out. It's terrible.
You want to know something? You want to know something that's sad? As arrogant a man as I am, this whole time, with everyone else's face enlarged, I'm staring at my tiny little face in the box. I haven't looked at you guys once.
That is That is some heavy ego going on right there.
Hey, at least I'm not flashing
Recycled
honest.
Bear Bald is beautiful. Good
I've been
on
looking
you.
at the chat too. I care about them.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I have to look at my phone. That's why I'm rarely looking up at the screen. I'm trying to look at this chat.
I have to look at my computer.
Psalm 82.
Well, they weren't talking. Nate is on point. Hey,
No, they are.
The problem is the delay. It's even worse than before. Recycled.
There is a really bad delay. We're looking at this.
What was I on point for?
I do feel kind of bad that we're not over at Breath of Fresh Bears stream.
Fuck it.
Just saying.
I feel bad, but he left us. We invited him in.
Well, he left us for a pre-arranged deal.
But he could invite us onto that right now. Now, I love the guy. I'm not criticizing him for him. I think his brain is too small to even consider the possibility. Sorry. I love the guy. I think he should have invited us on there. I think it would have been fun. And I would have been quiet. I promise you. Recycled Bear, the Swede. If you're going to say something like Nate is on point, I love that. But I have no idea what you're talking about. So put in the context. Like, what am I on?
Yeah, we don't keep up with when you said it. So... And he's been off point so much, it's hard for us to figure out exactly which moment you might be referring to.
Exactly.
He's been off point as well.
Exactly. I mean,
so I know.
lying
So
half the
starting
time.
in verse 6 in Psalm 82 is where I said, "You are God's sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, like men, you shall die and fall like any prince. Arise, O God, judge the earth.
That's a
for
different
you shall
one.
inherit the nations."
That's very interesting, but that's a different one. The one I was talking about, they were arranged in a court. It almost sounded like they were describing the UN. And then God goes on, or David, who I think wrote it, goes on a trial in front of this court of gods, and then God himself.
He was talking about your spit analogy, by the way, when he said you were on point.
Oh, damn, that was so long ago. Well, of course,
Yeah.
everything I say is just perfect.
Clearly.
The chat is it's tough to be
If
on
only
time.
if only you were humble, you'd be perfect.
Well, Robert Pearson, we weren't made to work. That was, I mean, yeah,
Made to
but
work?
I think
What are we talking about?
He's talking about.
Oh, I see.
The curse of Adam.
Yeah, technically the work is part of it.
Yeah, it's a curse. Now,
Well, no, he gave over the garden for
Yeah.
Adam to care for it. So,
sure,
But he didn't have to.
but it
didn't
wouldn't
have
be the
but
toil
he
of
was
his
also
brow,
just walking around and talking.
He didn't have to
God
sweat.
half the time.
right? No deodorant.
No, yeah, exactly.
It was perfect. There were no bad smells. Right? No. His armpits
sure.
weren't rotting. So no sweat.
He put the man in the garden to work it and keep it. That's chapter 2. Yep.
Sure.
Okay, that's different than what I was thinking.
We got you, Robert. We're following.
All atoms are formed from energy. Sorry, you don't need to listen to me. I don't know what I'm reading. Atom bombs. These people are on a whole new level. These guys should be on here.
Right, Robert, I agree with you about that the word for work is the same, but I do think it's significant that part of the fall of man included the curse that man would have to work by the sweat of his brow, that he'd have to toil.
That's extra
Yeah.
information.
Another thing about that is you can't say we were made to work, because the whole point of the Sabbath is to show that we weren't. What he's saying in that verse you're quoting is he put him in the garden to work. He didn't make him to work. Okay? It's not the purpose of human beings. That's why we take a day to not work. That's why the Jews did, anyways. Because man is not made for work. He works.
Part of the Ten Commandments.
But that's not why he was made. It's not why he was made. He was made to be like God.
We were made to honor God. We were made
Glorify
to worship
God.
God.
Right, like God does. So we were made to be like God.
That is what God actually does. And when people ask, what was God doing before he created everything? What was God doing? And he was literally doing
Didn't exist, but go ahead, sorry.
more of the same thing. It's called the perichoresis, aka
That's a big fucking word.
that's a Greek word, perichoresis, and it's called what that means is the circle dance. and that's a word used to describe what the Trinity was doing before all of creation. And it's
It's
about,
where we get our English word do-si-do.
yeah,
Really? Can't be
basically. But it's an interesting and important
I
concept.
can't dance. You see how white I am? I can't dance. You guys want to know how I order food at a restaurant? I say, recommend me something. I'll eat anything except spicy food. I'm white. I'm from New Hampshire. My idea of spicy is clam chowder with black pepper.
Wow, buddy.
Oh, that is some lame, dude.
Dude, I make
Hey, I never claimed to be cool.
I make
just claim to be
Ethiopian food. I make Thai food. I make
Yeah,
Indian food.
spicier the better.
I am a dude that makes food from every continent except for Antarctica. Because
Have you ever eaten Vietnamese food?
yeah, I love Vietnamese. I think
I
it's
hate it.
mostly
I have
soup.
a theory about the Vietnamese. I think they made their food so goddamn spicy because it tasted so terrible that they wanted to not taste anything ever again.
Well, that's Mexican food. You got to make it spicy because all the ingredients are boring.
Real Mexican food is very real Mexican food.
Yeah,
Like good Southern food, like a good tropical type of food, like Mexico, the South.
you got to be. You're saying southern and then tropical. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about tropical food, like food from cultures that are closer to the tropics.
Oh, gotcha.
Are way more flavorful. So I agree with it. I just think the Vietnamese are dumb. I mean,
The ingredients are bland.
even
They
have a
just
word for
overspice them
individual.
because the ingredients are so bland.
I think the most flavorful food in the world is actually, oftentimes Indian and African.
I hate Indian food. I hate it with a passion. Listen,
You just don't like curry.
no. Well, it's not that. I worked in pest control in Seattle, and all these goddamn
Oh,
Indians, they come here and they bring their cockroaches and their bed bugs. And I mean that. People are like, well, that's judgmental.
Nate being on
I
point against
love
spicy food.
I love Punjabis. I love Punjabis. I hate the people from the South. I think it's called Gujarat. I hate them.
Apparently, Robert likes penguin.
Penguin.
Well, he
Jeez.
says Antarctican food is great. So what else? What else is there?
I thought they eat whale blubber.
Well, that's
Who is
there's really-
they?
No, that's Arctic. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's really no such thing as the Antarctican food. It was supposed
Yeah,
to be a joke.
it was a joke. It was a joke,
Hey,
as well as
I
the
like this- I
penguin
like this
comment.
Swede. I know he was lying earlier, but I like him.
I got it.
Oh, do not eat raw. Do not eat raw meat. Recycled bear.
That's
Fish.
when I realized Jordan
Raw
Peterson
fish.
was
Yeah, but
full
he's
of-
talking about livers and fat. Oh my goodness.
No,
Cold fat
isn't
is.
that
Well,
what,
you can eat that stuff.
now I never watched this, but isn't that what Honey Baby Boo Boo or what's that?
Well, fat.
We have the same knowledge of that.
You know
I
what
have
I'm
no
talking about?
idea. I know who you're talking about,
He
but I
ate
never
raw
watched a
bacon or
second of it.
something, Baby Boo Boo or
Honey, it's Honey Boo Boo, but oh my goodness, raw bacon is.
I heard that she ate raw bacon.
What a
I'm
waste of bacon.
But it doesn't taste good if it's raw. You have to
Exactly.
cook it to taste good. Why
Sure,
would you
but
do that?
The fat is always raw because when fat cooks, it just turns to grease. So unless you're drinking grease, the fat's always raw.
Okay. That's why I usually just enjoy the meat part.
Sure, but that's why.
Oh, I like
fat
a
was
fatty
such
cut of
you're a
meat, but-
biblical guy. Fat is so special in the Bible for like sacrifices and stuff because you could just
What recycled bear is over here eating tartar? Like that's raw beef.
Raw
It-
He's a
beef.
Swede.
Oh.
I think he's just fucking with us.
Tartar is raw beef.
I can't do raw beef.
I mean, I would do it if I was in a Lebanese household and I was eating a traditional kibbeh, which is one of my favorite dishes. But apparently, kibbeh is a Lebanese dish, and apparently it's
If I
raw.
was invited into a Lebanese household, I would assume it would be because they were trying to assassinate me.
It was Huh?
Liver holds the most goodies. Fat is necessary.
Yeah, liver. He's
We
Yeah, I'm with
invited-
you, Robert. Robert says we invented fire for a reason. I'm with you.
Did we invent fire?
Yes. We're not even gonna. Let's not dig into that. Not dig into that. We invented it.
Jesus.
Uh,
All right, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't date. That's something biblical guys do a lot. They break everything down that way.
Are you hate? I think Nate is hating. Nate,
He's definitely hating.
Nate is,
Hating what? What am I hating?
you're hating on intellectuals, and you are one. So
No, I said biblical guys.
Oh, you're not one?
You guys haven't even read Gibbons. Like, you're not intellectuals. You're frauds.
Frauds. I am a fraud. I've never claimed to be an
Have you heard
intellectual.
what an asshole I am? Clearly, I'm a Yankee intellectual. I mean, that's the character I'm playing, anyways.
I just assumed you were a caged Calvinist.
I'm guessing the live chat is inclusive of us three, so we actually only have 3 people.
The 3 most important people in the world besides me.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I should stop. Yeah,
these guys are legends. I've seen them around for a while, but who I haven't seen in a long time is Garbage Person Bear. And
no, that's Recycled Bear, right? Recycled Bear, aren't you Garbage Person Bear?
That would be really weird. If
so he went environmentalist. What happened to that,
dude?
He just threw himself in the blue bin.
I like Recycled Bear. He seems like he doesn't know.
Yes, he says yes.
To learn.
Dude,
see, you know what? I love that Garbage Person Bear is falling in line with AOC and being more environmentally conscious.
Like I said, he seems like he doesn't know that much, and he's willing to learn.
So if that's true, Garbage Person Bear is who I always saw on Jesse Lee Peterson's chat, and
you don't like Jesse Lee Peterson, I thought.
No. I call him out as a false teacher, but I still watch him from time to time because I'm trying to gain more.
You must not have time for that, though. I'd imagine.
I listen to him at work. I just listen, and then when he starts going, I want more material so that if anybody really is doubting that he's a false teacher, I want to be able to give enough clear, concise examples of where he's completely veering off from scripture, where he's really not being biblical at all. I have a good grouping of examples, but
are you gonna do that to me?
I don't want it to be based on my opinion or some kind of feeling. I want it to be based on clear examples where I'm like, no, listen, he says this, and that is not in line with scripture at all. He says this is not in line with scripture at all. So
right.
He doesn't seem to have any like diehard fans to me.
He's nearing 250,000.
There's a lot of people that like him.
But are they like diehards, most of them?
Dude, the people that are into him and call into his show are like, you changed my life.
It's a lot like Jordan Peterson. There are a lot of people that are just, they needed some help and he helped them, and now they're just like buying in 100%.
And here's the thing, though, what Jesse Lee Peterson says about how there's no such thing as isms and there's no such thing as racism, and it's all just evil and good. He's right about that. That's true, and that's
technically
that's how he's sucking people in, because he's not. That's the way lies work. They're not just like, I give goofy examples every now and then. Like, I drank a high C punch on Mars yesterday. Nobody in the world would ever believe that, because it's 5 months away and I don't even drink high C punch. Obviously, that's a really goofy example, so on and so on, right? But the way that lies work is, and I did a whole stream on lies, and I'm going to do more about it because people seem to not be getting it. But the thing about lies is there's always a sliver, almost always. There's almost always a sliver of truth that's edible. And this is how I put it when I was working with teenagers and middle schoolers. I said, it's as if you guys, by listening to the rap music you're listening to, Cardi B and Kodak Black and all this stuff, you are eating sugar-coated poo-poo. And that's the exact metaphor I gave them. And it was visual. It was disgusting. But I wanted them to understand that they were accepting the good parts, such as the beat, the melody, the whatever. And even in some cases, even the background message of positivity, hypothetically, but they were eating a ton of crap that was coated with the good message, if you could even say that that existed in
Yeah.
some music.
Well,
And the same
that's
thing with
Nas to
Christian
me.
Bale.
Everybody tries to talk about Nas as if it's, oh, he's so positive and does good stuff, but he's got a lot of trash in there as well.
Yeah, or Macklemore, right? People lift
Yeah.
that guy up. Like he's got a really positive message and he's really a good guy. Well,
Macklemore.
no.
Macklemore made me decide not to be gay.
Dude,
Fuck
that's
that
why
guy.
I love Bizzle.
Bizzle.
Yeah, Bizzle is I'm pretty sure Bizzle is the one that actually responded to Macklemore's song. I could double check, but
Hey, sorry, I'd love to hear the rest about Bizzle. I don't get into rap. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just know Fundamental Conservative said, "What is the topic, boys?"
Hey, it's
and the topic is denominations.
It's a new
it's not. That's not the topic. The topic is random stuff.
No,
we have jumped.
I was afraid of demons earlier.
For the first time ever, we got 4 bears together on stream, and the fourth one is not with us right now because
he got taken out by the Chicago mob.
Nah, he's running a Bible study and
interdimensional aliens.
And you can catch that on the flip side. Don't miss out on Breath of Fresh Bears Bible study. I really think he does a great job. He tries to do honor.
I watched him for the first time today, and he's so willing to go off track because you said one comment. I love guys like that.
It's a good guy.
That's why I can't live stream Bible studies. I can't do it because I would be off in the weeds so fast.
Dude, me too. This right here is the result of me live streaming my first Bible study.
So was this Gospel Bearer? Did you let him know this is an intervention?
I'm just acting out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been waiting for you guys to intervene, but I've noticed you don't care about me enough.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to focus on myself. So I'm the only one who cares.
So yeah, that's interesting. Fundamental Conservative, where did you come from? Because I don't recognize your name at all.
Yeah, I don't recognize that either. And
I mean, everybody is welcome. We want we want tons of people to be here because we believe in Christ as our Lord and Savior, and we believe in the Bible as the Word of God, and we believe that we are doing the best we can to provide value. So
by Lord and Savior, what do you mean?
I'm no longer a bear, guys. Owen banned me for saying I'm a huge fan of Owen, but these podcasts are getting repetitive. Former fundamental bear.
Well, he'd probably reconsider that, but that's why I don't talk when he's on a banning spree.
You just can't say anything that could be critical
well, that's my sarcasm would get me every time. So I have to bite my sarcastic tongue whenever
I know he doesn't.
The ban hammer comes out.
He's a little autistic. I'm just saying.
What he means by Lord and Savior is he means Lord is an owner. So God is your owner and your director and your manager, and Savior as in we have all done bad things in the last couple of seconds, me especially. that means there's no way we could spend time or be in close proximity to perfect good, because we would be destroyed by it, like soap meeting grease. You know what I mean? And so God is not only our owner, but he also went through a process, which we can explain whenever, to save us so that we can be with him, which is called heaven. And that's not fully complete until we die. But I just want you to know what those words actually mean.
I'm cracking up at what Recycled Bear said.
Yeah, I'm reading and yes, Robert, typed sarcasm is the worst. I'm getting better about not typing sarcasm.
Fundamental Conservative, though, I'm one of the first things I ever said on an Owen chat was, I feel like you shouldn't have banned that guy. So I'm just saying. I'm with you. But
yeah, he probably cussed you out for saying that.
At the same time, I don't blame Owen for a lot of the bannings, because the reality is you don't know who has your best interests at heart and who's just being, a jerk. So you may think you're being constructive, but he doesn't actually know you. So how many strangers would you listen to,
Just because you've been commenting on his stream for 6 months doesn't mean that he really remembers.
No, yeah, that's true too.
And did he say that? Well, another thing is, it's like Jesus had a woman come to him and say, "Hey, would you save me?" or whatever. And he didn't say a damn thing. He just stared at her. And she's like, "Please save me." And he's like, "Well, why would I give food to a dog?" And she was like, well, even the dogs get scraps from the table. And he's like, you're pretty good. Your faith is good. And then he saved her. So Jesus is a
it wasn't because of what she did, though. See, everything that Jesus.
No, it was the test. But
yeah, it's like a test. It's he wanted her to know why, basically. Does that make sense?
The point is that God and Jesus want a legit relationship with you.
Absolutely.
If my dad said you're a dog, I would be like, well, fuck you. But he's not no longer my dad. And that's the thing. Like, a legit friend is the dude who you hit the most in the face with your fist, because you're pissed at him. So like your friends, your legit friends, are like dudes who like went through and you said some shit to each other. So God wants that. He really hates that most of the people who talk to him and talk about him would forget about him in a second if he said one mean thing to him. God is not a fan of people like that. Right, he loves him. He loves him. He just wants him to be tougher.
Yeah, I do think that I think it's interesting that the majority of people in church today would think that they would not crucify Christ, but the reality is we all would. If he came, the odds are that we would side with the legalists and we would want him crucified.
See, and I've always identified with Peter, and
right.
And being like, I know that I would have been the dude that would have been like, no, I'm totally about to walk on water right now. Like, I'm going to do this because I love that man and I believe him and I'm going to do this because I trust him and all that. But then I would also be the one that would be like,
never met him, don't know who he is.
I'm not trying to cause any conflict. Just leave me alone. Like I get it. And that part of me has always broken my heart. I've always been like, oh God, please maintain my boldness and help me to not be like Peter in those moments, but also make me bold and make my faith strong. And every time that I know that that's a part of me, it's so convicting. I could cry right now thinking about it, really.
Alcohol helps with that.
Of course, then when we get bold, we chop somebody's ear off.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I definitely don't want to do that. We've had this conflict, as alleged conflict, with people trying to water down the methodology of what we need to do in regards to Operation Baby Landlord. And my point that I'm trying to convey right now is we just need sleuths and we just need to develop the list.
I will build my
wife is
around this holy man making $20,000 a year.
My wife is home.
Oh shit. Hey, hide the phone.
You need help
leaving us, Devin.
Do you want to say
the funny thing is that the dude who actually did crucify him, the centurion, well, it probably was a different centurion, but hey, what's up? How did you get such a bombshell, Devin? Jeez.
This is the woman of my dreams, and I need groceries. So this is the one that I'm talking about when I'm talking about my wife and doing live streams. And she's a very wise woman. She's got a lot of good stuff to say. She's an author. And
really, what kind?
Well,
fiction, poetry,
incomplete, in progress, but
non-fiction, fiction, poetry. Same question.
Fiction, fantasy fiction.
Oh, dude, I write fantasy books. That's
Very
awesome.
cool. Very cool. I'm gonna leave this going for a couple more minutes while I grab the groceries. You guys can go ahead and chat. I'm gonna turn my volume down though, but you guys should be easily able to be heard.
Baldy, this is our moment.
Robert is headed to bed. Good night, Robert.
I'm the only one who will stay the long game. It's 11 here, huh? Yeah, it's 11 here too. Lightweight.
Yeah, it is 11. Yep.
Hey, Robert, you've been saying so many things that I haven't even read that I know are great. I like Robert. He's committed. He's like me.
Was Robert the one that when I responded I think he's over in the group me chat, right? And he was talking about I said something about faith, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not a Calvinist or whatever." If I remember correctly, that's the one.
I must have missed that.
Yeah,
it might have been me.
We were talking about kind of the conundrum of faith being a gift from God, and yet we need to pray to have faith, and yet we need to pray with faith, right?
Well,
so it's kind of
well, can you elaborate on that?
Okay, so like the faith is a gift, right? Like the faith to believe in Christ is a gift from God. And when we pray, God honors a faithful prayer, like a prayer that believes in the power of God and that he has the power to do what we ask. But the very faith that you're praying with is a gift from God too. Does that make sense? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the conundrum is, well, is the conundrum solved by saying there's faith in different things?
Hi, Gospel Bearer. You're so creepy.
I'm not creeped out. Dude, this dude is like a dude I would trust in a kindergarten. Like, this guy is one of the most safe looking.
Well, he's half the time he looks crazy, the other half he looks like Mr. Rogers.
You are no judge of character. This is the most, like, when he looks crazy, he looks like he's how can I say? He looks like a kindergartner making a face at a little kid. He does not look scary.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Was there any final thoughts or comments we need to reply to?
I would just encourage anybody who watched this, the two people who are probably already Christians, to go and I guess make sure that you're Christians, which means you recognize that Jesus Christ is God, and you wouldn't make it to heaven without him, and that process involves his painful death.
Yeah, fundamental conservative. I completely agree with you. I think I'm going to be doing a video soon in response to Owen because he says he's not running a business and he just wants to speak the truth. But the sneak preview to my video that I'll be doing is a breakdown of how he's running a business. And it might be subconscious. I'm going to give him as many benefits of the doubt as I possibly can. But he's running a business, and you can't help but do that when you're doing what he's doing. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm not calling him any names or a liar or any of that at all. But I'll be breaking it down. I want to develop the idea more so that I provide as much detail as possible, and also I don't intend to disrespect him, take him down, or any nonsense like that whatsoever.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to his fans or him?
When I do my stream, I'll be talking to anybody that watches him. But the person I'm responding to right now is fundamental conservative.
So you'll be talking to his fans.
My intent, my purpose in doing so will be exclusively to encourage, edify, and admonish, which that's a new word to my regular vocabulary. Admonish, I appreciate that word. That's a really good word. But we need to edify and admonish him, and hopefully he will receive it. And we have to pray for that. So that's
good. I mean, someone should. So,
yep. Fundamental Conservative was saying to check out Paul Washer. Paul Washer is awesome. I do like Paul Washer very much.
I like Wretched, the Wretched channel. I've been liking their stuff too.
I like these two guys, and the dude who quit, and I can't even keep up with their videos. Although obviously the ones that feature me, I'm much more likely to watch.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
I'll have to name drop.
That's funny.
But no,
well, hopefully you can bring your 9 subscribers over to my channel and help me grow.
Well, no, I did. I mentioned you 2 times as often as I mentioned Devin.
It's true. They were both insults, but you did mention me twice.
Oh my.
One of them was a begrudging compliment, I think. No, but no, seriously, like I get so burnt out. Like it's great that there are churches that are teaching people the gospel, but I've listened to, like I'm sure you guys have, thousands of hours of preaching, and it's tens of thousands, and it's like I want to learn new things and I want to chew on fresh meat, and anybody who's pushing the ball down the road, I like to listen to, even Owen. She's a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, I love listening to Owen. I love listening.
Yeah, I don't listen to Owen for any biblical advice, but
no, I
appreciate anybody that speaks truth to power. So I'm fine with that, part of him. But as far as preachers go, man, I'd rather listen to R.C. Sproul or Piper or Washer. I've been listening to Francis Chan a lot.
I love Francis Chan. Yeah. I was going to mention Francis Chan.
He's passionate.
I've said
actually. Francis Chan, it was his Bible study that brought up that ex nihilo conversation. You got to get going, and this would be too long of a conversation, but you could tell me what you think about it. Because he was saying that, because I personally believe that ex nihilo creation ended on the 6th day, and that there is no more creation per se, that creation is over after he rested. Everything is just manipulation within what's already been created, right?
Sure.
So he was talking about in his Mark Bible study, he was talking about the 2 different miracles where he fed the thousands. He was saying what made that such a unique miracle was because he was actually doing ex nihilo creation, but really he was just multiplying what was there. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but interesting conversation.
But that's what makes it a miracle. That's what I would say about the fact that the creation was finished and that yet there was new material coming out of thin air, so to speak.
Right.
In the most simple.
All he did was manipulate the natural process, because a fish will naturally multiply and create more fish. Now, granted, it's dead and cooked, but he was still following the natural law. He was just exaggerating it. So
my point would be it's not necessary to scientifically explain a miracle. That would be my argument personally.
That's actually been my definition of the word miracle. Is if it's a miracle, it actually violates the very laws that were set up at creation.
Yeah. I think that's fair, and there's no reason. I mean, it's okay. Faith is okay.
Right. Yeah.
Just like it's okay to be white. Faith is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm mostly red.
So thank you to all the comments. Thank you to our visitors and all the people that participated. We'll do this again sometime.
Thank you to
a lot of fun
for getting this going.
And go watch
guys. I'm just playing a character right now. I'm not usually this area.
Go watch the replay of Breath of Fresh Bear or catch the token.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to fight those demons off and go to bed.
Good night. See you, man.
All right. Love you.